Maintenance
I
man.
mowed last year, and if there was trees and branches in the right of way, I just pushed them out of the way.
Because that's not his job.
It's not his responsibility.
It's
Not your job.
You
And I
take your-
pushed them out of the way.
you take your trees and your bush, your whatever.
I haul them off, but I mean,
Good.
I'm just saying.
That's your responsibility.
That's all Alan does is mow. To try to keep the fire danger down and to try to keep the snakes and the rats down. Pardon?
The snakes take care of the rats, so we keep snakes.
Don't like either.
I don't like snakes. I deal with them, but I don't like them. Okay. You have, when we have a secretary and we're looking for another one, you have someone up here a couple of days a week to answer your questions, to give you advice or input on questions that you may have, or to give you who you need to talk to about your issues. We are not able to pay someone to be here 5 or 6 days a week. It's just not in the budget. And even though we're not California and we don't pay $20 an hour, we have to pay minimum wage or more. And if we have someone who is well versed in our situation and our computer, they deserve more. So, you know, that's part of what we have to pay for. And that's part of your benefit, is to have someone who is taking care of paying the trash, paying the electricity, paying the water bill, making sure the insurance is paid. There's a lot to it. And if we don't have somebody up here doing it, we'll fall apart and we'll still be an HOA, but it won't be worth anything. It won't be worth anything. Okay, well, did that answer your question,
Yes,
kind of,
thank
sort of? Okay. Susan Huff.
So I've heard an awful lot of people, and I've never seen this many people at any meeting ever.
Just ask for money.
You know, and that's pretty much, the letter went out with the statements. I'm sorry you guys didn't get it. You guys need to realize that it's an old computer system, and if we don't have your current address and then you didn't get your bill, you need to go up here and find out why. We've got ballots sitting on the table. We have the envelopes that they go in. You guys can come up here or call a director and say, I need.
When are you open?
Yeah.
Not right now. We're not open at any specific time because we don't have a secretary.
If you
We
call
are all
a director,
locked.
they'll be open.
Let her have for 5 minutes, please.
Sorry.
Let her have for 5 minutes.
So there's about 8 to 15 of us that actually volunteer our time every day to come up here and try to make this place better. We kind of really only have 3 requirements. We've lived out here since 1993, and it's always been an HOA. It's always had dues. We've always had assessments. We have always followed the rules. 3 rules. Follow the rules, restrictions for your lot, block, and section number. Pay your dues and be a good neighbor. That is it. It's not a whole lot of stuff that we're requiring anybody else to do. We come up here and volunteer our time to make this place better. And we don't see many of you ever up here volunteering your time. There's only about 10 people come up here on cleanup day. That's it.
Yep.
And there's lots of stuff that you have to get ready every year to open the pool. My husband is not going to be doing it this year. I refuse to let him do it by himself. He's done it the last 7 years by himself. He's had a little bit of help a couple of times, but he has been up here 95% of the time by himself, draining the pool, mucking out the bottom, working on the pump, working on the filters, making sure all of the piping stays together because it's old. need a new filter out there. And 90% of the people in this room have no clue what the volunteers do. All you want to do is complain about a decision that the directors made on trying to raise some money to keep the doors open and get the roads fixed, because that's the biggest complaint. Why aren't we doing stuff? Well, we're doing stuff. We see crap over there on Golden. My husband's gone and approached them. Said, first of all, you're on the wrong lot. And at that point they were. They had one lot and they moved. They had dumped all their crap. Looks like a dumpster puked over there. Told me you were on the wrong lot. They pretty much told him to F off. That's pretty much the response he's got. He's gone over there with the tape measure and made sure that the person that owned that property knew that that stuff was being dumped on their lot. And these people still did it. That camper's not movable. It is not livable. It doesn't have any way to go dump their sewage. They don't have any water. They have no electricity. And they keep bringing in more crap.
Yes.
What do we need to do? I mean, we can't go on there and clean it up because that would be trespassing. We do not have the access. We've been told unless we have permission to go on somebody's lot, we are not allowed.
But you can take their house if they don't pay $200.
This is my time, sorry. But you know, it's a lot of complaining, and I've never seen this many people in here before. We sent out a bill. We're asking, just pay it. We will try to make sure that everything is taken care of as we have always done in the past. And Mark and I have been up here a lot. So has Kelly. So have the Foxes. So has Betty. Tanya's been up here. We've been doing what we can with a little bit of help that we've got. And not all of us are physically able to do a physical job. So, and some of us still have jobs.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm glad there's going to be a new regime in here. I'm glad you guys are going to be able to see what these guys have been trying to do.
No, I believe that.
This is my time, sorry.
Oh, yeah, but.
This is her time. This is my
Five
time.
minutes is up.
No.
How many minutes you got left? I got her time's up.
Me too.
Okay, sorry.
And I'm not trying to be rude either. All I'm trying to say is
We're going down the list. If you want to say something, are you on the list?
I'm on the list.
Okay, when we get to you,
Okay, next is Fred Lee.
I'm not trying to be rude to anybody. I know you guys volunteer. I get that. But I don't think anybody should be addressing anybody as complainers. People are here trying to make points. That's it. This person, that person, they have the right to their opinion. And if you label them as complainers, some people don't like that, you know. So I think we should try to get along better. That's what we do over in our neighborhood. I mean, Corey lives over there. I know everybody that lives over there. I know a lot of people. I know Cliff and his wife. I know the house. You know, I know where people live because I walk around a lot, drive around a lot. I know Clay. You just paid me money. But, you know, so that's all I'm trying to say is, if we live, because I read this, you know, your thing ad, and it said complaints. And is it a complaint? Is his thing a complaint? I won't call it a complaint. He's just addressing what he thinks he wants to address. So, because if you label someone a complainer or a whiner or something like this or that, that person ain't gonna like that very well. So, otherwise, the only other things I wanted to kind of say is, with the dues increase, you know, you have one person with one lot. You increase their dues by 100%. That's pretty nasty. As far as I know you need the money. I'm not disputing that. I haven't seen the book, so I don't know how much you need or whatever. But if I was one person, had one lot in here, that means I probably don't have a lot of money. And if I'm paying my $50 and then all of a sudden you raise it $50, that's a 100% increase. Then you dump the $200 road thing on them, you know. And I don't know how you're able to do that, because most normally a county or something, when they do if they take and do a school, they have a special referendum to have you vote to build that school, the extra funds. So I don't know how you can tack on that $200 and they can't do that, so.
I read you the bylaws where it says they do have that power.
Well, I don't know how they have that power over the county.
Well, the county doesn't want us.
No, I know,
Do
but I mean, if
anything.
the county can't do that to people, and your bylaws say you can, I wonder
They're
about the
from
bylaws.
1975.
Yep, I've got a copy at my house, so, that I got when I bought a property from original owner, so. But the next point would be is the other people, if you got 4 or more lots, it's, you guys increase their dues by 25%. This is a lot of money to dump on people at one spot. I get, you said you need the money, that's why you're doing that, but there wasn't a lot of explanation. I didn't get nothing in the mail, not complaining, just making the statement. So if I didn't get it, there's a lot of other people who probably didn't get it. And people that did get it, that can't afford to do it, they're gonna be obstinate to it. They're not gonna want to do it, you know. And then you're gonna lose people that were paying. They'll say, I'm not paying it. And then you'll get them to back off, and then you're gonna lose even more money. You know, a lot of this stuff is just basic numbers, basic. And you can increase them, like this, I was talking to the guy over here about the, you know, if you own over 4 lots, and it used to be $200, now it's gonna be $250, okay? So if you own 5 lots, why don't it be $270? And then 6 lots on, so you tack on a little more. I think that's fair. You know, if people own so many lots, they're gonna have to start paying more than that, but not increase it $50 for each lot. You know what I mean? Do it on a scale. You know what I mean? So, and the other thing I was thinking is, people in here, if they want to be represented, you should have somebody from each section on the board or whatever section.
You want
I
to
know,
volunteer?
I understand you're saying that. I'm not disputing it, but we got to walk around and ask people. You know, you and Cliff drive around a lot. We see a lot, you know, a fair amount. We go around a lot, and I go around in certain sections that I'm not familiar with, and I'd see somebody on the road, and I'd say, hey, you want to volunteer to be your section person on the board? Because that's only 4 people. So.
You have 41 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay,
Are you done?
done.
Great, Brad.
Thank you, Brad.
Yeah.
Okay. Mindy.
Hi.
Hi, Mindy.
My question is after you get the 200 for the next 5 years and the roads don't get done, then what happens there?
Okay, the money, the $200 special assessment goes into a special account. It will be used for nothing but road repair.
Hey, you're
And-
promising us this,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
That's what I want to know.
We can't guarantee what the next.
Y'all are going to promise it too, right?
Well,
Okay.
he brought up the statement, not to interrupt anybody, but Ron brought up was, if we're gonna hold off on that and try to do what we
Yeah,
did in
that's-
our
right.
neighborhood.
I'm a single income. I have COPD. I only work 32 hours a week.
Well,
This is a big jump for
Yes,
me,
and that's
ma'am,
what I
I
was just
totally
talking.
understand.
That's what I
Okay.
was just talking.
Yeah, I'm
Ricky
with you.
Collins.
I'm just asking about, if we do give all this money, is there gonna be a guarantee we're gonna get roads, okay?
Ricky Collins.
Yes, ma'am. I've only been out here a couple of years, and I've seen all the stuff on Facebook and this and that and the other. I just would like to, I guess the new officers that's going to be in there, to suggest that, kind of like Fred was saying, you get a better representation from all the areas. Because me, like him, I'm just a weekender, you know. But I do understand simple math. I do realize our HOA dues are very minimum. I mean, it won't even pay for a dumpster if you had to buy it yourself.
That's right.
So people pay your dues.
Yeah.
Pay your dues. That's it. That's the bottom line. If you live in town, you got to pay your sewer, you got to pay your trash, you got to pay all that. Pay your dues.
Amen.
If anything, the dues are too cheap out here. But I also agree with Fred that if you got 20 lots, you need to be paying your fair share.
Amen.
If you got one lot, which they should have never even been allowed to sell some of these lots with the restrictions they got on. You can't do what the restrictions say should, so we need to go back. Now, whether we need to make the addendums to the original charter, how we need to do it, because people can't even do with the 50 by 100 lot what they say in the restrictions on it. So I'm not sure some of this doesn't need to be approached with the lawyer and not done away with, but maybe reevaluated.
Revenge.
Yes, ma'am. But what I need on a weekend getaway so I don't have to run back to town with my boat is way different than you guys that live here. And I respect you. I appreciate the volunteers. I appreciate everybody's work. But the bottom line is we have all got to come together better than what we're doing.
Thank you.
And it's like he's saying, everybody's feelings have been hurt. We're not complainers, even though we really are. But that's part of life. And that's, I mean, you got to voice your opinion. You're right to that.
Yes.
But what I really want to say the most is it needs to be revamped some and modernized. And it's not going to happen overnight.
Right.
So I'm willing to volunteer on the road, the pool, and some of those things. But the new people's going to have to make sure, just like y'all have, you get it on the website, but everybody's got to keep an open mind to work with each other.
Yes.
And there's all kinds of different people represented. Like I said, me, I just got a travel trailer, probably where I ain't supposed to. I don't even know the rules, but it was there when I bought it. And I just don't want to run back to town, to be honest. I want to spend the night and be able to go fishing. That's all I want. But I do want it kept mowed, and I do want it kept up. But everybody has a different agenda, and so all those different agendas need to be represented. And maybe, like he said, we need to revamp it so we make sure each area is represented. Maybe by the roads, we need to get, hey, one guy's in charge of each street. And that way he can go down that road. You know, but I know you're going to run into things. Well, we got this guy over here who's had it for 30 years, never done nothing, can't do nothing. There's not going to be any money there. Mm-mm. So you're going to run into that also. So, you know, all I can say is I appreciate the ones that's been in there. I know it's been a hard deal. I know you've been attacked, and it's people's nature, you know. We always say the world's getting worse, but it ain't. It's us people.
Yeah.
The world's the same. It's us people. So it's up to each one of us to represent us and our families, our community, and to come together. But we need those few people that, but you guys know what the ropes are out here and the kind of the little cliques we got out here, and to kind of bring everybody together. So hopefully the new leadership will listen, and we will all be willing to pitch in and help and make things better.
And your time is up.
Thank
you so much. Melinda Young.
That's me.
I really was not going to say anything. I have one question.
Okay.
Where are the new bylaws? Did we ever get that done by the lawyer?
He has them. We have not been to talk to him because we did not have money to pay him.
Okay. How much did we pay him to do it, and how long did he say it was going to take?
Well, every time we'd go, there'd be something new, a new law that he had gotten, because he goes to all the seminars and gets all the Texas laws. So, I do need to call up there.
Yeah, because I would have thought you could have had a set thing that says, I'm going to pay you this much to get this done. Lawyers do that. Say, okay, I want these bylaws done. Tell me how much it's going to cost me to do bylaws. I don't know why he's taking so long, unless he wants more money.
Well, that's the problem is we ran out of money and we cannot pay him.
Okay. The other thing I want to say is that social media, we have no filters for some reason when we do social media. We talk terrible about people. If you want to write something on social media, please do not cuss somebody out or say something terrible.
Call them a bite.
Call them, talk to them, or come to the meeting. Social media, like I said, you think because you're not in front of them that it's okay. It's not okay. Like I said, these people have been working. They got dealt a really bad situation that years and years have gone by. They're trying their best. We're going to try our best. We're not going to get a lot done because we can't get the dues. Now, I've heard people give excuses, well, I'm not going to pay the dues because you're not fixing the roads. You can't fix roads without the dues. Now, you say you can't go on property. I don't know what HOAs are. I do know counties can. If I have something that the weeds are too tall and everything like that, they can actually, if I'm not going to do it, they can send somebody to do it and bill me.
Yes.
Okay? Why can't you do that?
Because they consider us a private property out here. Since we're an HOA, private property, they won't do it. I've tried.
Then they're trespassing. They're considered trespassing.
If we go in, we're trespassing unless, because it is private property, they will not go. And we're fighting them.
Right.
Because on Leonard, we've got Kirksey working on getting that cleaned up.
Yes.
We've got, you know, like
And
I
I
said,
think-
I go to the meetings and I yell and scream and I tell them, I pay my taxes here. What are y'all doing for me?
Yeah.
Nothing out here.
Yeah.
What about doing like her and going to the Attorney General? I think we can force them to do it. I honestly think.
May take us a while.
Yeah, it will.
It's way dead.
Okay, go ahead.
Cleaning.
Take the minutes.
The community cleanup. We really need volunteers for that. If you want your community to look good, it needs to be cleaned up.
Yes.
Go to those houses and say, hey, I see you've got a problem with the weeds. Can we help? And I know you're going to get some people that are going to tell you to get off the property. You'd be amazed how many people want help because they can't physically do it or they can't afford to do it. And yes, we need more and more volunteers to help. If we got a little old lady who can't do her yard, it's going to look nasty.
Yeah.
If she can't pay for it, if she can't do it herself. And we need maybe a committee that actually does that says, okay, I'm going to have a committee in charge of cleanup. And see if we can't get some of that done, if we can get the volunteers. And I know you don't have volunteers.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, because this is our home, and even y'all, it's part of your life, okay? And we need to make sure that we do everything we can to make it. These are only a few people, okay? And we're only a few people. They can deal with the budget and things like that, but they don't have the money to deal that. So it comes to us. You know, this is our home. If you want your land value to go up, you gotta clean up. This HOA does not have the money to do that. They have some power, but without money, you can't do anything. So don't sit here and judge them and make all these snide remarks about them when they're doing as much as they can. We have to do it too.
Your time
We are
is
a
up.
community.
Thank you. Your time is up. Thank you so much. Tyson Wilson.
She asked my question really about the grass and stuff. I was just seeing if there's a way we could get other lots cleaned up. That she asked that question. And just wondering if there's anywhere online that we could access maybe detailed transactions of the financial records for like 5 years or something.
We've got the financials from before, but like I said, since we got rid of, since Jolene left, I've been trying to clear up her messes because I went in there and started doing it, and she would look on the balance on the line, and she would mark out what she had that hadn't even, and put the new balance, what it was on the line. but checks had not cleared yet.
No,
So
I
it's
think that
taken
we
me.
need to stop. We're not gonna stay here and badmouth Julie.
That,
It's not your turn.
I don't
I'm
care
sorry.
about turns, because you know what? When you sit here and you badmouth our past workers, who you have it right the first time, who we got rid of, because you certainly did. You made her quit.
because whenever I went
Yes,
in,
you did. You wouldn't even sign her paycheck.
I
Sean
can't sign
had
her
to come up and
paycheck.
sign her check, because nobody would sign her check.
He
When she
can't
was
sign
arguing about
checks.
pool parties, who complained about eating cupcakes? So you know what? Please stop bad mouthing Julian. She
Well-
did the financial. She had a financial statement here every month that we could look at. And now all of a sudden, you can't have one?
Okay.
I got something to say before I leave, because Sean stood up to talk, but he wasn't recognized because there was chaos. And first of all, congratulations to all the new leadership. I'm sure
Okay,
it's wonderful.
Tyson still has his 5 minutes.
Ty, can I just talk? I'm gonna leave.
I just got 1 second. I
Sure.
just wanna know
Sure.
if there's, when we could and how what we need to do to get maybe like the last detail.
It should be in there. I will look and see if I can find the last one that was done and give it to you. And then,
And I'll pay for coffee or whatever. I just think the more transparency is, the
I
more people
understand.
would
I
volunteer, the more people would donate and
But-
get together. But that's I'm just asking.
I'm trying to work on it and stuff.
This is unacceptable to hold a meeting like this without.
I understand it. And I've tried to get it done, but I'm sorry. I'm only one person.
Okay. Skylar Mills.
You gotta let her have the rest of the time.
No, can't do that.
No.
Can I speak on behalf of the director?
No.
Because he's not here? Because you guys are making up all the rules. The director stood up to talk, and y'all just left him alone. Did he not stand up for about 5 minutes and asked to be recognized as a director? And y'all said no. He had to leave because he has a serious medical condition. He stood up to say, I respectfully resign from my position. Since we have so many people in house today, would anybody volunteer to be an interim director? But y'all don't recognize him. Y'all haven't recognized him since August with the Julian incident. Let's just be totally transparent here. So officially, right now, today, he left. He will not be back. He will bring up his keys, or I'll bring them up, because he is ill. So y'all can talk among yourselves, have a new director. I really hope y'all do a lot better job, because this has been a year of chaos for him ever since August. So with that said, I'm gonna depart. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time to let me speak out of turn.
Skylar. Skylar Mills.
He deal with his town hard.
Oh, okay. I can't read this next one. I can't read this one. It looks like. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're fine. The bottom one on that first row.
Well, who's signed up that hadn't got to talk?
Well, all of these
We're down to the last one.
on this side.
More on the other side.
Who
Okay.
has not got to speak up?
Come back to something that starts with
Who's still waiting to speak?
David Dixon.
I've already spoken now.
Okay. Oh, that one I can't read either.
I don't know how you can read mine, you can't read any of that. Mine looks horrible.
I could read yours.
Really? I read it.
Telling me we have some doctors around here that don't know how to write?
Really. Cliff Fox. Cliff Fox.
Yeah, I don't know. For one thing, the county don't want this place, and I'm under the understanding that you can get rid of the homeowners association, but it takes like 90% or 100% of the vote. It's damn near impossible. It can be done. It can be done. but it's a hard deal to do.
A lot of work.
Another thing, you guys are not forcing me to do anything. There's been a lien on my land since I bought it. It's called a homeowner association. As long as I pay my dues and do what I'm supposed to do by the bylaw, I own that property. When I quit paying, they have a right to take my property. That's a state law. That's not our law. The state has laws what a homeowner association can do and what they can't. And one of the things they can do is they can say, we need $200 a month to fix these roads. And they don't have to ask you. That's the law. Most places, I don't know for sure, but I personally know some people that pay $1,100 a month on their dues. Of course, they have some finer places. We got fine places out here now. We're getting finer all the time. But we got some trash too. I believe that everybody out here wants to do the best, and the neat deal is this board, what we have now, these three people, have turned this place around to where we're going to step on some toes, and we're going to get some stuff cleaned up. And it's going that way. You know, I kept coming in here for 4 years. I come in here and they go, it takes time, but they did absolutely nothing. You know, you're gonna piss some people off when you go, look, we got to work on these roads. You know, I'm glad that everybody's upset about it going. I think it's a neat idea. You know, but see, we tried that. Let's get volunteers to do it. You know, they got to be fixed right, like you guys did over there on Meredith Way. But somebody's got to be in charge. And so you can't go fix your buddy's road. You got to do what's best for everybody in here. Not me, and not the board member. What's best for everybody. That's why we elect these three members. And we give them permission, if I'm not in the room, to vote. Whatever they do, they're going to do the best of me, because I voted for them. That's the law. They have the right that, you know, most of them, because they can just say, you know, Biden's in office, cost of living went up 20%, so we're going to send you a bill for dues are up 20%. And they don't have to ask. They just go. They don't even tell you. You just get a bill. Corporate America. No, because this is a business. Homeowners Association is a business. It has to be run like a business. Every dime's got to be accounted for, and it's got to be done by the law. What we were doing wrong in the past is we didn't understand the law. Everybody loved this place. Well, let's try this, let's try that. Everything they tried failed. That's why $500,000 was missing. Because they didn't have the balls to go, you will pay your dues, or we will seize your property. That's how that works. You got to have property. I think it's a good idea. Let's get a lawyer on the county. If we don't have a gate, if that's the law, we need to stick the law on them. You know why we haven't done it? We can't pay the damn lawyer. The reason we can't pay the lawyer is because our dues suck. You can't rent a dumpster for what our dues are, and we want our roads fixed. We want everything mowed and cleaned up and stuff. It's going to take some money. So I would like for it to be put on the agenda. I'd like for us for our directors to get together and have a vote on how we're going to get these dues up. Because I personally, if I had to pay $1,000 a year, I'd be tickled. I'd still be, that's less than what I pay them.
For trash. Yeah. Okay.
I'd like the directors to look at raising the dues, or possibly somebody said, well,
oh, I'm sorry.
What about you guys got 20 lots? I could choose $50 a lot for 20 lots.
And your time is up.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I had a couple more sign up. Vicki Mahan?
Yes.
Okay.
Vicki. My question is, will this be tabled for the $200?
No, need to vote on it.
Well, we'd have to have board of directors. Now Sean's left. I'm the only one here because Bill's hurt his leg and couldn't make it today. So it will have to be tabled till.
So it can be tabled.
Yeah.
What is the guarantee that the $200 that we put in the account for 5 years is going to be there at the end of 5 years? Everybody here, everything changes. So what kind of an account will it be put in, and who's going to control it?
The directors.
The directors may change.
Yes, and the secretary treasurer.
Right. So what guarantee? Look what happened to Fritch in town.
I know.
It's a separate account.
It is in a separate account, and it will be for road repair only. It cannot be taken out and used as general funds to keep the lights on. It will be for road repair only. And that, when you wonder if it's going to be there, you have to be judicious in who you choose for directors and officers. You have to feel like they are honest and above board and running it like a business.
Is it $200 a year?
For 5 years.
Not $200 a month?
No.
Total $200 a year.
Right. Yeah. But if we all pay it, we will get road space. That's the thing. Okay. Did you have anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you, Vicki. One last one. At least I guess it is. Alicia?
Yes, ma'am. I just want to start out by saying I've lived out here my entire life. I know most of y'all my entire life, and I do appreciate you volunteering. It's nothing personal. I think I speak for a lot of people that we want transparency. I mean, I agree with you about social media. It can be a very deadly thing, but
yes,
if utilized properly, it could also be a very great tool. And, you know, I have volunteered for the Booster Club. I volunteered for my kids' senior classes. I'm on a prom committee. Everything that we do, we post publicly. If we ask for if we were to get a bid for something and somebody asked for it, I think it should be public. I don't think it should be, call me and I'm going to tell you face to face. You're creating more work for yourself. If I ask a question, just post it. That way everybody can see it. Don't make more work for yourself. It's just...
Are you saying on social media or on the HOA website?
Either.
I would go with the website rather than social media because social media is not private.
It shouldn't be private, though. People who are looking to move out here should have the information as well. I don't live in town, but I can watch every single city council meeting online. I can watch a Borger city council meeting. I can watch a Borger school board meeting, and I'm in the Fritch school district. Because what if I choose that I want to move my kids to the Borger school district? That way I have that option.
Yes. However, when you're talking about funds, you don't want the whole wide world to know.
You should. If I'm looking to move out here, I should know what the funds are where I'm. But it's not. It's a public information. It's not. I'm not going to discuss my own personal bank account.
Okay.
And I've told Season, and I'll get with you or Fred or you, and I would gladly help post anything. And you can make a social media where you turn off all commenting, where nobody can even comment. I do that frequently on the Class of 2024 page. If I post something that's strictly information and I don't need your feedback, I will post it. People are more than welcome to get a hold of me directly or whoever else they know is on the board of members for that Class of 2024 and ask the questions without it being on social media and causing drama. That is an option.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And it's free.
Social media is free. You can do websites for free. I mean, and I would be more than happy to help, but I have to have the information. And I think my only, and I hate to say complaint because I try not to complain, but my concern is transparency.
Okay. And your time is up.
Thank you.
Anything else before we...
Yeah, I'd like to ask a question.
Okay.
All right, so we're talking about putting lien on people's properties and this $200 road fee. How many liens do we have on property for past due failure to pay their HOA?
At this point, we went over there to file some. It's $350 per person to file it. Another $100 to have the constable serve it. And then they won't take it from us. It has to be from a lawyer. So there's a lawyer fee in there. So it's gonna be at least $500 to $600 just to file against it.
Why will they not take it from you all?
I went to Cindy Irwin. Nope. And we said, can we bundle them, like bring out 10 at a time? Nope. They gotta be each one individually. It's Hutchinson County.
Anybody can file anything.
Well, I went to that.
Yes, as a private citizen, I can actually put a lien on your property for no reason.
Well, but you're a private citizen.
Yes.
We're a corporation. We're a HOA. It's totally different from that to private.
So as private citizens in this HOA, why don't we start putting lien on people's properties around our area? And this way they can't sell them, they can't do nothing with them until their dues are paid up and their property's cleaned up.
Go for it.
Okay.
Anything else? I will entertain.
Mark, you said the board of directors are out one guy went. That other guy was the board of director, I guess, he left. He said he wasn't gonna be back, they're turning his keys in. So when, do you have to have all 3 board members to table this $200 deal? And if so, when are we gonna get a new board of directors where you can table this?
Well, the bill is available. I get on the bill. Sean just quit. So therefore, we will have to appoint somebody into the other position, and then we'll have to start working on something there.
So this is gonna be a while then.
Well, I hope not. I hope we find somebody that would be willing to volunteer, and we can appoint right into the position. But it's hard to get volunteers to do it.
Yep. I am entertaining a motion to adjourn this meeting.
But before we make that motion, is there anybody here that would like to volunteer for the new open position?
A director.
Director.
Oh, here.
Please,
Tell us your name. Jamie Lovelady. Jamie Lovelady.
I can, but I ain't gonna direct
Okay.
her, so
I volunteer Helen Fox.
I trust Jamie. Okay.
Okay, we have 2 who volunteered. Well, kind of.
You got volunteered.
I got volunteered. All for Jamie Lovelady.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I got lost in this. I can't hear. What are we voting for right now?
An interim director.
An interim director before this person takes over, correct?
Yes, no, because Sean walked out.
Oh, because Sean walked
And
out.
Jamie Lovelady has been has volunteered, and I have been volunteered.
Okay.
So, one more time, excuse us. All for Jamie Lovelady.
Aye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I already got you, ma'am. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 32.
Okay. All for Helen Fox.
I'm going for Helen, and then I've got 41 properties.
Okay.
41, 42, 43, 44.
Did you get that one back there?
45.
We have 7.
Pardon me? Okay, I guess I'm the director.
Sorry.
Meeting adjourned.
Enjoy your year.
Amen.